From their Utopia release, that is 7 Wishes, not 7 Witches, but 7 Wishes from Sweden, with a cover of the Dokken classic, Unchain the Night.
Yeah, that's one cover I could have gone without hearing in my life. It was not very good.
It is what it is.
Yeah, garbage.
Garbage!
I didn't like that one. His voice didn't fit at all. Ugh.
Yeah, well, it's their influence. It's their homage, I guess.
Tributize something else. Stop bastardizing decent music.
Right.
Come on, you guys. Do better.
Yeah, pal.
Hey, what was that? I'm trying to save the last segment. I can't remember what we talked about. One segment ago. We talked about chicks. What else did we talk about?
What, this past segment? The last one we did?
Yeah, Vinny Vincent.
Well, didn't we talk about wrestling and stuff? Or
that was 2 segments ago.
Oh, that was 2 segments ago. No, this was, what were we talking about? The Kiss Cruise and Ace Frehley and Vinnie Vincent and what else?
Vinnie Vincent, Kiss Cruise, and chicks.
Yeah.
That's good. That's enough for me to remember what the fuck it is without having to watch it.
Yeah, I don't want to have to rewatch her old stuff, man. That's yesterday's news.
Instead of doing what I usually do, which is downloading it immediately and immediately remembering it and writing it and going, I went and got a beer and forgot everything I was doing because the taste of the beer just tasted really good.
And what kind of beer are you imbibing with, Mr. Aiken?
Only the best for me, my friend. I'm drinking Miller Lite.
No Rolling Rock for you.
No, I drink swill beer.
Swill.
You know, people always say that I drink cheap beer, but that's what I like. You know, I've tried all these fucking IPAs and all this other shit. I don't like any of it.
Well, what difference does it make if it tastes good to you? Who cares?
That's it. I'll settle for my $17 a case or for a 30-pack of Miller Lite. That's good enough. I need volume, not taste.
Well, you know, that's the same thing, you know, with me, you know, if I decide to drink wine, I don't care, you know, what the brand is or you know, this vintage or that it's this, that, and the other. If it tastes good, it's good to me. I don't care. It doesn't have to be. It could be a $5 bottle. It could be a $25 bottle. If it's good wine, it's good wine. Who gives a shit? But
believe me, I've tried all the shitty ones.
and I've mentioned, you know, to the wine snobs, and it's just like, well, what kind of wine do you like? And I'll mention off 2 or 3 brands or something that I like. Yeah, I like this. I like that. Oh, soda pop. You got to try this, you know. And then I'll try something and go, yeah, it's no different than the $5 bottle that I drank, you know, yesterday.
Yeah, a $15 bottle of Behringer's or a $500 bottle of whatever, Insomnia, you know, no fucking difference.
Yeah, none to me. If it tastes good, it tastes good. That's it.
Do you have any wine snob tastes? Like, is there a certain kind that you
Not
do
at
like
all.
that is like a step above?
Not at all.
Nothing, huh?
Mm-mm. I'll try it, whatever it is, you know, and if I like something, one of the ones that I like, I think they have a good brand or a line of wines is Yellowtail. I think Yellowtail wines are pretty good. I drink that. I drink Behringer's. I drink some of the local stuff from Michigan. It's called Round Barn. It's a local winery. I drink another one called Chloe. But
Chloe,
it's a lot of it. Some of it's regional stuff or Oliver, you know, and it's just like, yeah, that's pretty good. I don't care. It's $5 or $10 or whatever it is. But I've had some expensive wines, and it's like, yeah, I'll take my $5 wine. This ain't that great.
Right. Well, I'm not a wine guy, so I can't really speak on anything. You know, the only wine I've ever had, you know, is like I'll drink it has to come by the gallon, or else I don't even want to buy it because it takes so much wine to get me fucked up.
Right.
So.
Well, if that's your only reason to drink wine is to get fucked up, yeah, then stick with the cheap stuff.
Yeah, of course.
But if you're just drinking wine just for just a little bit of relaxation, well, like when I was with you a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago, and I was at that martini bar before the Chris Porter show. I was drinking some Malbec. I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea what brand it was. I didn't ask. I just had some Malbec, and it was good, but it wasn't real expensive. It was like $8 a glass at the bar.
The bar, which $8 a glass in there was like $1 a glass anywhere else.
Could be, but that's what I was drinking. You know, if I start drinking something in particular, I don't mix my drinks. Like if I start off with wine, I'll stay with wine, you know, the rest of the evening. But if I start off, say, with like Jack and Coke, that's all I drink the rest of the evening. Or if I drink, you know, something with vodka in it, that's what I'll stay with. But I won't drink wine and then I'll drink vodka and then I'll drink Jack, you know, all in the same night. I don't do that.
No comment.
No, I know that's I'm making this point because I know you'll just drink anything.
If you hand it to me, I will drink.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of what I was trying to make a point of. So I certainly won't start off with wine and then switch to Jack and Coke later or something like that. I won't do that.
I'm the worst. It's why when I do get hangovers, they're so fucking bad, because I'll drink two or three screwdrivers and then a couple of beers and then a glass of wine.
Yeah, I could never do that.
Jack and Coke.
Yeah.
6.
Like on Thursday night and Friday night.
Right.
Because I was with Dawn, it was all Jack and Coke.
Right.
I didn't drink wine or anything. But when I was with you, I had wine.
Yeah.
You know, so it just depends.
Mm-hmm.
But you know me, I mean, you know, when I was with you at the bar and then we went to see Chris Porter, I had four glasses of wine total.
Yeah.
For the whole night.
And then more whining from that dumb bitch that was sitting with us.
But that was it. That was the limit right there.
Yep. Exactly.
But I stayed with the Malbec for the whole time.
I think I stayed with the same drink, didn't I? Didn't I just keep drinking Jack and Coke?
I think that's what you had. Yeah.
So.
And then you didn't have a hangover the next day.
No, it's fine. Well, I didn't drink that much that night.
No, you didn't. You had 2 at the bar and you had 2 at the show.
Yeah, I say 4 drinks in 3 hours or whatever.
Yeah, and then we went to have something to eat after that too. We went and had the barbecue.
Remember, I drank water or something.
Yeah,
because I was a DWI.
Yeah, so we went and had that barbecue.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it was real good.
Fat guy at a barbecue. Imagine that.
So yeah, it's just you just gotta. I know you're not a you know, when the situation is right, you are not a moderation guy.
Oh no, not at all, dude. You know what it is? I'm addicted to everything, and when I get going, it's just on. You know, and it's weird because I have some days, dude. What is most critical to me is first drink. If first drink tastes really good or goes down really smooth, I am completely fucked because I'm going to drink 30 more of them. I'm going to not stop.
And you go, you know what this tastes like? And when people go, what? You go, more?
Yeah, more. Exactly. Dude, but I mean, you see that in action. When I get started, if I get rolling, get the fuck out of the way because there's no stopping me. You know, dude, that day at your apartment, I drank how much? I mean, I drank all of your what were we drinking?
We were drinking cranberry. It was like grape cranberry vodka and Jello shots and then screwdrivers.
But okay, everybody else in the room was having like a drink and a Jello shot.
Right.
I was having 10 drinks and probably 20 Jello shots. Remember what's her name? Her name?
Jenna
brought the tray to me and kept handing them to me.
Right.
And never once did it jump into my head, hey, maybe I should slow down. It's like, oh, more Jell-O shots. Bring them on. Bring them on.
Well, that's because you were here and you were spending the night and you weren't driving or anything because Steve was handling the driving because we went to eat dinner.
And I didn't stop drinking there either.
No, you had screwdrivers there. So it wasn't like you were in danger of having to fend for yourself.
No, definitely wasn't a danger of that. Of course, there was a danger that your whole house was going to smell like puke. Because I couldn't stop throwing up at some point because I was mixing all that shit.
Well, again, I've said it on the show and I'll say it before. I will commend you for your precision vomiting because you did not paint my walls with vomit in the bathroom. You basically contained it to the toilet.
Yeah, I got where I needed to get to, and you know why? You know why your walls didn't get painted? Because I didn't do the dumb thing that most people do, which is throw up once and then go out of the room and then wait 10 minutes and throw up again. I stayed in that bathroom.
I know. I'm sleeping in the next room, and I, to let the fans in. My house, and I'm not saying this to brag or anything. My house is pristine.
Yeah, it is. It's super clean. I felt so bad being sick in your house.
And Chris was sleeping in the other room, and we went to bed. I went to my bedroom. Chris was sleeping in the other room, and I wake up, and throughout the entire night, all I heard was, and it didn't end for hours. And it was just like, how much shit do you have in your stomach?
I probably threw up. I mean, I know people think we're kidding, but I think a legitimate number is probably 4 or 5 hours.
At least.
It just went on and on and on and on and on. And it wouldn't stop. It just, it was to the point that I was throwing up stomach bile, and my stomach it got so bad, and this is the truth. You had like I don't know what you call it, like a spit cup or something that you would use for like toothbrush or something.
Yeah.
Like a cup thing. I don't know what it was. I was drinking water so that I could throw it back up.
Yeah, it's just a porcelain cup I have on the sink.
Yeah, but I threw up so much that I knew that it would hurt less if I just kept drinking water and threw it up, because at least I'd have something to throw up instead of just dry heaving. So I did. For most of the night, I just kept drinking water and throwing it up. Yeah, I was fucked up that night. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was a legendary night. I really, and you know what the saddest part or the craziest part, whichever way you want to look at it, for you probably sad, for me crazy. Not the worst that I've ever been around you. Not the worst.
Yeah.
The worst was definitely the birthday party.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
That was fucking off the chain bad. Ooh. But I don't think I threw up that night, did I?
Well, not at the bar. I have no idea what happened to you after you left.
I don't think I threw up even the next day. I was dying. I remember we were sitting in some restaurant and I wanted to die. I just was like, please have a heart attack. Please, heart attack. Because my head hurt so fucking bad. But no, I don't think I ever threw up on that one. I just remember calling you and I was like, dude, where's my stuff?
Yeah. Well, I was on my way out of town to come back home,
but I had to sound like the guy faking that he's sick for work, because I couldn't even be loud enough to talk on my phone. I was like, dude, where's my car?
Yeah. You were Ashton Kutcher. Dude, where's my car?
Yeah. No, I was, dude, where's my car?
Yeah.
You were probably like, what? You had to be. You were mad at me that day, weren't you?
Well, for the whole profanity laced the sexual thing that you were doing over the PA.
Right.
And John coming up, dude, you got to stop him. These girls are 15 years old. He's got to stop.
Yeah, I was off the chain that night.
And you were just disparaging those waitresses that worked at the Hi-Fi Club.
No, the ones that were giving me the free drinks.
They were.
It was so bad. Dude, I will never make an excuse about it. Ever. I would never make an excuse because I was 1,000% in the wrong that night. I mean, I just was. I was brutally bad that night. But that, if you look at the timetable of when that was, what, 30 days after my divorce was final?
Yeah.
And I still was not even remotely right in the head. I was all kinds of fucked up in the head. And I just fucking snapped. I honestly look at that night as the night that I actually bounced off the bottom to start coming up from my divorce.
Yeah.
Because I was so fucked in the head emotionally. And I just unleashed. You know, it was like the perfect storm between the you know, the booze and Billy telling me I could drink as much as I wanted and you know, nobody to keep me in check at all. I mean, everything was fucking bad on that one. So, whew.
Well, since we were talking about my organizational skills,
yeah,
I went out that day because we were having live bands that night, and we were recording, and because I wanted the broadcast to go smooth.
Right.
I had these little flashlights, these little LED flashlights. Mm-hmm. In fact, I still have one right here.
Okay.
That I had, and what I wanted to do is that when it was time to go to the stage, and because we were doing stage banter and you were like introducing bands and stuff, so in between the sets we were playing music, you know, tunes, and then when the tune was over, then I wanted to give you the signal to say, coming to the stage, we've got American Dog, or whoever you know, whatever it was. So I said, go up on the stage as soon as you see my signal, which if you're watching the CMS on our CMS TV, here's one of the flashlights that I actually bought that night.
Right.
It's right here in my hand. And I would go, all you have to do is look back, because we were at the opposite end of the club.
Right.
And I said, when you see me do this, time to say, come into the stage or whatever.
Okay.
That never worked. Because as soon as you got up on stage, you started blabbering in the microphone, even while the music was playing, you know, to the fans who were listening to the live stream. Dude, and I was trying to do this in a very organized fashion. So, you know, so it would go smoothly, and you would never wait for the cue.
Dude, I was so drunk, I don't think I could see you.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've said it before. I think I said it in Little Victories, because I wrote about this night, but I don't remember. The last thing I remember was introducing John's first band that played, the Major League Band.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember Pitt or Voodoo Brother playing. I don't remember Gatlin playing. I don't remember going to AJ's house. I don't remember talking to you, talking to those girls, you know, being dirty. I don't remember shit. I literally, the last thing I remember, this is the very last thing I remember, I was on stage just before Voodoo Brother, and somebody, I think Kurt or Joe, said to me that something was wrong, and they needed like me to fill. Like they were like, well, we need you to fill for 2 or 3 minutes while we restring a bass or whatever the fuck they were doing. And I started singing Robin's song from Union.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that song, but it's like an acoustic song.
Yeah.
And I started singing this dumb song. And the next thing I knew, I woke up in AJ's apartment. wishing my head would explode.
So that was the end of your conscious memory.
I don't, but that was probably what, 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, if not earlier. They were the second band in, or weren't they?
Yeah, they were the middle band.
Yeah, so it was like probably 10.
Yes, it was probably 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
and I woke up at AJ's apartment at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And I don't remember shit.
Yeah, you time traveled for about 13 hours.
I did, but from what I've heard, it's not like I passed out. It's not like you guys had to drag me and dump me.
Not at all.
Anything.
No, you were a functioning blackout.
I was definitely blacked the fuck out. It was, but Billy has told me since that the count, because the bartenders kept count. The count was 42 drinks. They were counting double because I was ordering, it's not enough that the bar was nice enough to give me free drinks, but of course I was ordering double screwdrivers all night. And I had like 12 double screwdrivers. Yeah. And I drank probably a 12-pack of beer, shots. John at one point during his band had me beer bonging beers. Remember he had that skull head or something with and I was bonging the beers out of the skull head during one of the songs. It was bad, man. Holy shit.
And during that whole evening, from the time we started in there like at 7 o'clock to the time we got out of there at like 2.
Right.
I personally drank a half of a magnum of wine the entire time. Yeah, it was definitely not. It was one of my low moments of my life. I'm not even gonna lie about it. It's not. But the good thing is that you had people that you were very friendly with, or were friends with, and everybody watched out for you.
Yeah, everybody took care of me. I didn't, not to get all sappy or stupid or anything, but that's why I talk about in Victories, especially about my core 9, of which you're one of them. John is one of them. Stephanie's one of them. AJ's right there. I had this great group of people that no matter how fucked up I was, and believe me, let me tell you some stories I haven't told you. And you're probably one of them, but you're like the least problematic of it. While you may not have been angry at me, there were a lot of people that were. There were a lot of people that when I called the next day, they were like, "You're a fucking dick," because I really fucking went off the deep end. And, I heard some of the stuff. I heard Kurt wouldn't give me his bass, so I slammed him against a wall. I don't remember that. Do you remember that? Well,
I do, because you were up on bass on the stage, and then you were plunking a bass that wasn't even plugged in.
Because I'm so fucked up.
Yeah, but you were up there just kind of wandering around back and forth on the stage while they were performing, and you were just kind of like plunking a bass, and they just gave you a bass so you could just have something, and you're up there just like plunking a bass like you were part of the band, but it wasn't even plugged in.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know that Kurt told me when I called him, he was like, "Dude, you're not going to beat my ass, are you, for talking to you?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Fuck you. I wouldn't give you my bass, so you slammed me against the fucking wall." I was like, "Sorry." I really did not fucking. It was bad, dude. So bad. But yeah, Jackal says in the chat room he remembers me hitting the cymbals as well. I was cymbals. I was trying to play drums. I've seen the video of me so fucked up I couldn't even play drums. And I used to play drums. I'm not saying I'd be good at it, but I was just like so fucked up I could not hit the drums. I couldn't hit the drum heads. It was bad. That was definitely a really bad one. So it's not good.
Yeah. How long ago was that? 7 years ago?
Yeah. November 13th of 12.
Yeah. 7 years ago.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Yep.